Life hack number 1779. The smell of an orange relieves stress. It's not worked. Hello there! So first of all, before I begin, I would just like to say thank you so incredibly much for 200,000 subscribers. That is insane to me. I never in a million years expected it, and I know a lot of you are brand new to my channel, so hello, thank you for subscribing. I uploaded a video a couple of weeks ago where I tested out a bunch of Instagram art hacks, and a lot of you seem to, a lot of you, like that's my biggest video ever to date right now. So I take it that you all enjoyed it and you'd like to see more. At least I'm going by the comments that you'd like to see more. So instead of doing some more Instagram art hacks this week, we are going to go over to Pinterest and try some of the pins on here to see if the hacks work. So this first hack requires an Altoids tin and some gum. Specifically not the gum, the actual plastic that the gum comes in, because apparently you can stick it inside here and it's a good travel set for paints. So I had trouble finding some gum that had a plastic container, but luckily I ended up finding some by ice cubes, sorry, they're ice cubes, very nice gum. And now I have to peel off the foil. Okay, I've peeled off the foil, not fully, but you know, you get the gist of it. And I don't think that this is it's not gonna fit. So what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to cut one of the rows off to allow it to fit. The trouble is now you have the issue that it's gonna be moving like that, and there's no instructions on this except that you should put the gum inside the Altoids container and that's it. I'm going to use my common sense and get my hot glue gun, because I don't think I've lost it yet, and I'm going to hot glue this to the bottom of the Altoids tin. So I've got my hot glue gun here, which again, not lost, so I'm going to put that nice and safely, and then I'm going to put the Altoids plastic thing there onto the thing with my hot glue. Where's it gone? It's okay, it's right here. I just did a clever editing trick there and moved it and clipped it. You probably didn't notice, did you? Because if this video gets 5,000 thumbs up, I will do a hack video with hot glue, okay? Make sure you like it. And then I'm gonna take the hot glue and just stick it on the bottom of each square. And there we go. Perfect. There we go. It worked. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the paint in the little container here. Okay, now this is very nice little sturdy little palette, which works absolutely fantastically. However, we've got to keep in mind that this will probably only work if you're holding it physically in your hand and walking down the road to paint, which it's great for. However, normal people, when they travel with a bag or a backpack, and they put things into the backpack gently, all nicely like that. And then when you're on a 5-hour road trip or a 5-hour flight, things get muddled up. So firstly, we're going to simulate walking with the bag. Walk along with the bag. Oh, that was a big pothole. I feel like having a little paint with my paints. So let's see if they survived. Yeah, they're intact. So I mean, ideally, unless you can physically carry this with you or put it somewhere that it's not going to be too disturbed by potholes, walking, or, you know, people with your luggage at the airport, then you'll be fine. This will work great and it is a good idea, but mainly locally. You cannot travel with this. Okay, so this hack is actually something that I think is a really good idea. So basically they say if you take a pill container like this one, and you put your paints in individual compartments, you can travel with it. They also say if you have a plastic photo film canister, which I did go to the shop. Nobody sells those things anymore, you know, you can't get hold of them, no one's going to have any just spare lying around. So what I thought would be a good alternative would be like an empty vitamin bottle like this. You could probably open it up and stick some water in it. And it's just supposed to be like a travel water container, basically. This thing cost me $4, which is extreme in my opinion. So this is a really clever idea because you have separate compartments. So when we do the travelling test, you'll see that hopefully they haven't moved or migrated. I would say if you're going to do this, you probably want to make sure that you've bought one that is actually of somewhat decent quality, because a lot of these pill boxes aren't decent quality and they open up, and imagine if you've got this in with your clothes. You know, it's not a good idea. So as you can see, I've got all of the paints in individual compartments, which is good. It looks okay. And they're all shut. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put this to one side. I'm going to fill this with some water. Seems to be okay, but we will do the travel test to see. Travelling really takes it out of me. Hopefully it has not taken anything out of my art supplies. Oh, okay. Oh no. We've got a leak. We've got 3 leaks. We've got lots of leaks. So we have 3 compartments that have inconveniently opened on us. And this is an expensive pill container. I didn't cheap out on this thing. It cost me $4. This is supposed to be good, but I think maybe something bashed like the little buttons or something, because... So, not really worked. It has worked. So take hack advice off me, not Pinterest. Okay, so DIY, make your own metallic colours. You can add a little bit of metallic silver acrylic paint to any other colour of acrylic paint and it will give it like a metallic colour. So we're going to test that out today and see if that theory is correct. Okay, so I got this metallic acrylic paint from Handmade Modern. This was in Target. It's not really known for art supplies in Target, so we can't really judge it too heavily. Okay, so I have some paint here. I'm just going to put a little bit, or a lot of it. Let's try some blue first of all. So this is what the blue looks like by itself. We just do that. That's how it looks on its own. And then if we mix a bit of metallic silver, it kind of looks, it just looks like lighter blue, to be fair. I mean, kind of, I guess. A little bit. It's got a bit more of a sheen to it. Let's try a different colour though. I honestly would not say that these colours are anything like metallic whatsoever. Now it's drying, the blue especially looks kind of like it's a bit more metallic, and the purple does as well. Can you kind of see? You can kind of see it has a bit of a metallic colour to it, which is nice. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this hack is actually a good hack because, to be fair, the blue does look more metallic, and I think if I had better metallic paint, it probably would have gone better. This next hack is called Repurposed Water Bottle, and basically what they've done is they've taken a water bottle, cut it in half, and then used binder clips to hold the paintbrushes upside down. If this works, this is an absolutely genius idea. I'm just not sure if my binder clips are actually small enough. The only thing is, it is a bit sharp on the edges, so what I'm going to recommend doing is taking your non-missing glue gun and then just sticking it over the top. Got our $4 binder clips, and then we're going to place them like this onto the bottle and then stick the clips downwards like this, and then continue this all the way around. So now we have this little masterpiece here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take some paintbrushes and try to have them kind of trapped. Like, there we go. That's quite a neat idea actually. That actually works. This, maybe not. This is actually a genius idea because my first hack video involved using a hair tie to stick the paintbrushes onto a towel rail. Not the most convenient thing to do. Fibres of brushes are kept in by glue, and if the water is seeping down through the glue, it can loosen it and the fibres can come out and waste your brushes. This is actually quite a clever, and stop moving it, Chloe. So this next hack says that you can make paintbrushes out of anything. So if you take a little stick, as in a twig from a tree, and then you stick a little dead plant thing on the end, you can use it for watercolours. They've used like a rubber band to stick these weird dead things onto the end of a stick. So if I go around my house and try to find some weird dead things and then some sticks, maybe I can give this a go.
Oh, this looks good.
So I've just gone in the garden and I found this thing, which I'm not really sure what it actually is, but it kind of looks like what they've attached to a twig. And I couldn't get any twigs, unfortunately, because I didn't want to break or harm any trees. So I've got this thing, which was already on the ground, I might add, and I found a popsicle stick. So we're gonna tape it. And here we have it. We have a handmade, all natural brush, which kind of looks like all my other brushes because I don't clean them properly. So the whole point of this particular hack is to give texture and movement to your pieces by using tools made of twigs and bamboo sticks found in the garden and items such as teasel heads, wool, tinsel, cardboard and herbs. Okay, so essentially what I'm going to do now is add some slight watercolour to my paper and just sort of we've got a lovely little sort of scratch texture and lots of broken off, that looks like a dead spider. So potentially you could probably get something worth using as a brush, but this is not it. So that's going in the bin and we're keeping normal brushes. Okay, so this last hack is involving Sharpies and trying to restore them. Well, not Sharpies in general, just markers in general. If they've dried out or they're drying out, apparently if you take some rubbing alcohol, put it in a little dish or a little cup, soak the pen in there for 2 minutes and then put the cap on and leave it for a couple of hours, apparently it restores the ink and makes it like new again. Now this marker here isn't completely dried out, but as you can see it's drying out quite badly, so I want to see if I can restore it. So I've got my Sharpie in here like this. It's soaking away. Okay, so the Sharpie has been in the solution for 2 minutes now, and now we're going to leave it for an hour to see if it works or not, so bear with me.
Okay, so this is what the marker looked like before, and it's been with the cap on now for several hours, and we're going to see if there's much difference. So there's definitely a difference in there. Can you see that? The difference compared to this line. It really has actually restored it. That's amazing.
Okay, so I'm going to have to give a 10 out of 10 to life hack number 595 because I didn't expect it to work, but it did. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I really enjoyed doing this, and I'd love to hear in the comments down below if you've tried any of these hacks or if there's any hacks you'd like to see me try next. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it or a thumbs down if you didn't, and let me know again in the comments what you think of these hacks or if there's any websites you'd like to see me copy from next, because I do enjoy making these. And yeah, so thank you again for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. Take care of yourselves and I will see you in the next video.